Welcome back, peeps. I'm JediPhil. Today I'm going to be finding out which is the fastest supercar in GTA 5. It's going to be 7 cars, 3 tests. Hope you enjoy it. So hit that like button for me and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. So here are the contenders. 7 cars, 3 tests. Acceleration, top speed and traction. Who's going to win? Let's find out. This acceleration test has been done over a 1,000-metre drag strip. All cars are fully upgraded. They've been raced 10 times and I've taken their top speed and their best times to find out who was the fastest. Here's the XA21. XA21, 111 miles an hour, 13.081 seconds in 7th place. Now we have the Nero versus the Tyrus. Nero is the Benny's Motorworks version, fully upgraded. Let's see how these two do against each other. Oh, it's very close at the halfway point. Oh, it's very close. And it's a dead heat. It's a dead heat in fact. But the Nero's just snatched 5th place because it has the higher speed. Poor Tyrus in 6th. Next we have the Trac versus the Italia GTB. The Italia is the Benny's Motorworks version. Let's see how they do. Oh, I think the Italia is just ahead at halfway. It's always very close. The Italia's got 3rd. Trac 4th. Now the Wagner versus the Banshee R, which is the Benny's Motorworks version. Banshee first featured in GTA 3, so this really is the new against the old supercars. Looks tight, but the Wagner's just snatched it. Banshee 2nd, but with a speed of 119 miles an hour. So here's the results. Wagner wins it with 12.647. Banshee was 2nd, Italia 3rd, Trac 4th, Nero 5th, Tyrus 6th, XA21 7th. The Wagner gets 7 points, Banshee gets 6, Italia gets 5, Trac gets 4, Nero gets 3 points, Tyrus gets 2 and XA21 gets 1 point. And now we have the top speed test. This is done over a 3.63 drag strip. The cars can get right up to their top speed in top gear. Let's see what they top out at. Here's the Trac. This came out with the Doomsday Heist DLC. It's ranked very high as one of the best supercars. Let's see how it does over these 3 tests. And how it fares against the rest of the field. It's about topping out now. The speedo's in kilometres an hour for some reason, so I've had to convert it into miles an hour for this test. Just topping out now, let's see what its speed is. 118 miles an hour, 1.01297 in 7th place. Now we have the XA21 versus the Tyrus. Tyrus was part of the Cunning Stunts DLC. One of my favourites. It's up against the XA21. One of the most recent released cars into the superclass. The XA21. Let's see how it fares against the Tyrus. Pretty close. Just getting up into top gear now. Up down to see the speedo there. And there we have it. 6th place goes to the XA21, 121 miles an hour. 5th is the Tyrus, 122 miles an hour. Now we have the Wagner versus the Italia GTB. The Italia GTB is the Benny's Motorworks version. That came out with the Cunning Stunts DLC. Wagner was also one of the most recent to be included in the Super Class. And that's been rated as probably the best car in GTA 5 at the moment. See how it fares against the Italia. We're just topping out now. We'll duck under to see the speedo for the Wagner. There we go. Oh, Wagner was 4th with 123 miles an hour. Italia snatches 3rd with 124 miles an hour. Now it's the Nero versus the Banshee. Both these cars are the Benny's Motorworks versions. Banshee, first featured in GTA 3, is the fastest car in GTA 3. Let's see how it is in GTA 5. Nero was also another recent addition. Let's see how it fares in the final against the Banshee. It's looking pretty close. Banshee has 9.7 as its stat for top speed. It's amazing. A whole point more than anybody else. Let's see what its speed is. Oh, the Nero gets second with 125, but look at the Banshee. 135 miles an hour, under a minute in first place. So the Banshee wins it in under a minute, and then second was Nero, third was Italia, fourth Wagner, fifth Tyrus, sixth XA21, seventh Trac. That puts the Banshee into 13 points in first place. Second with 11 is Wagner, third Italia with 10 points, Nero's fourth, Tyrus is fifth, Trac is sixth, XA21 seventh. So now we have the traction test. Nero's up, that's the Benny's Motorworks version. Off we go. This is my members only test track that I created myself. It's designed to test the traction out of a car, run it through some high speed turns, little tricky bits like this little chicane here. So you lose complete grip of the road there. Nero suffers from a bit of understeer, the Nero, so I had to slow right down for that section. This is 4.25 miles long. It's a point to point. You can download it from the Rockstar Social Club. That's another little tricky bit there. You lose traction because you're coming in so fast. But yeah, you basically, it's a point to point. We go around the track twice, and the second time you go left instead of right, and up the middle, and launch yourself out at the end. I think you'll find it's amusing once you get to download it and try it out yourself. But, yep, see the lack of traction there from the Nero. Second time into this chicane, you have to come right off the speed because there's no traction at all. We're out clean. This is a tricky left and a right. So it's designed to put the traction to the test. Really put the cars to their limits because they're long straight, so you get your speed right up, and then into this fast chicane. This one, to test how it grips, and then hard into this left. We're basically going up the middle of the track now. Obviously the car's top speed and acceleration is going to help with this section, but that's what the Trac's designed to do, is test out your high speed traction. And you get launched off the top. Lean back at the end, there we go, get a nice, there we go, 2 minutes 24.780. That puts the Nero in 7th place. Here we go with the Banshee versus the Italia. These are both the Benny's Motorworks versions. Banshee done well in acceleration top speed, so it should, you would have thought it'd fare well, but it really suffers with understeer like the Nero. Coming into this section here, really come off the power for the Banshee, but the Italia can get through and just its grip. This is a hard section. Most of the corners you can take flat out if the traction is really good. That's when you notice if a car's traction isn't really what it needs to be. Like the Banshee there, it suffers a bit. This section's tough. Got to come right off the speed for the Banshee there, but the Italia had a bit more traction through it. You can see the Italia's got on in front because of its traction. The Banshee's better on the straight, so we'll see if it can catch up. Yep, the Italia's got a good lead. You can see that the understeer there on the Banshee. There we go, second time into the chicane. Italia gets through nice. Banshee's out nice and clean. That was fast for the Banshee. This one's tough. Yep, see the understeer on the Banshee. You really have to be a bit of an expert to drive this Banshee. Italia's a lot more forgiving on the curves. There we go, Banshee. Banshee's struggling to catch up now. So there we have it. The Banshee's strengths are straight line speed, 135 miles an hour tops out at. So if you've got a car for drag racing, maybe the Banshee's your idea if it's a long enough race. There goes the Italia. Actually very similar to the Nero in handling. So the times really show there. 2:24.779 for the Banshee in 6th, 2:21.747 5th for the Italia. Here we go, Tyrus versus the XA21. My bet's on the Tyrus for this. I always boast about the traction that it's got. It's one of my faves. The XA21 is a newer edition. Let's see how they fare against each other. Through the chicane, both out cleanly. XA21 keeping up well. I'm surprised. It could even be nudging ahead through that section. That's the tighter of the chicanes. And the XA21 went through it, I think, faster than the Tyrus. Into this fast chicane. This is the hard turn, right turn there. I struggled a bit there. The XA21 looked like it went through it a bit cleaner. Another fast chicane. It's close. The XA21's just sneaking in front. Does seem to have a little bit better traction, the XA21. Second time through the chicane. A little rub against the wall there, I think. The XA21. A little loss of grip there. It's really going fast through there. That's surprising. Come on, Tyrus. XA21 still just sneaking in front. Hard left into the straight, into the finish. Tyrus has caught up, it looks like. No, the XA21. I think he's just going to sneak it. Very well matched, these two. Well, the Tyrus gets 220.224 in fourth place. XA21 220.074 third place. Now we have the final. Trac versus the Wagner. These two really are fast. Let's see its traction against speed, I think. These two titans. He's faster through the chicane. Trac was grippier. Let's hold on to your teeth a little bit with the Wagner. Its back end does like to slide out a little bit, whereas the Trac it just goes round like it's on rails. The Wagner's going to be faster on the straights. The Trac will be faster in the corners, so it's the ultimate match. Oh, went off a little bit, went a bit offline there with the Trac. Lost a little bit on the collision there. This race is a comparison rather than an out and out who was fastest is the fastest, because it's all about personal choice with cars, whether you like handling or whether you want speed, or whether you want the back end to twitch out every now and again so you can drift. There we go, fastening there. Oh, see, oh, the Wagner lost a bit of traction coming out the tight chicane there, so it's allowed the Trac to catch up from its little collision that it had. But I think it's going to be a fair comparison of how the two handle. The Trac's, like I say, is very grippy. The Wagner's very fast, but also grippy too, but not as grippy. So out we go onto the final straight. Let's see whether the Trac can catch up. Wagner definitely handles really well for a car of its speed. The Trac is a race car, so you'd expect it anyway. There we go. Wagner's a bit slower over the line, so that makes it catch up. The Trac was second with 2:17.941. The Wagner wins it with 2:16.804. So let's see the results. The Wagner wins it with 2:16.804. Second was the Trac. Third was the XA21. Fourth was the Tyrus. Italia got fifth. Banshee was sixth, and Nero was seventh. The overall rankings are: the Wagner wins it with 18 points. Banshee got 15 points. Italia 13 points. Trac 11, Tyrus 10, Nero 9, and the XA21 last with 8 points. So let's do an analysis and see which is the fastest car. So here we have the results from all three tests. I'm going to be adding to this list as I test new cars. So if you want to subscribe, you can be notified of any new videos that are coming out. And you also might like the content I already have on my channel. So yeah, the Wagner, the out and out winner, it got first in the acceleration and the traction test. So I don't think it has a lot of weaknesses, but those are its definitely strengths. It's fourth in top speed as well, so really is probably the best car in GTA 5 at the moment. This is going to shock a lot of people. The Banshee, it is the fastest car in GTA 5 with a top speed of 135 miles an hour. That isn't going to be beaten, not for a long time. Its top speed, it won the top speed test. It was second in the acceleration test, but what it let it down was the track time, and it was really slow because it just hasn't got the traction around the track. It finished second to last. Italia, I was surprised. It finished third in the acceleration test, third in the top speed test, fifth in the traction test. So its strengths, definitely acceleration and top speed, it kept it up into the top three. The Autark, I thought it was going to do really well, but what let it down was its top speed. It really can't compete with the rest of the field. It finished last. It had a second around the track, only just behind the Wagner, so that what it made up was in its traction. Done really well. Tyrus, I thought this was going to do really well too because of its traction. It only finished fourth around in the traction test and finished fifth in the acceleration and top speed, so it really let itself down on its speed, but what it lacks in speed definitely makes up around the track. The Nero, I was surprised also by this because I've seen this car win a lot of races. It finished sixth in the acceleration test, second in the top speed test though, very quick car, 125 miles an hour, and it finished last on around the track behind the Banshee, so I'm a bit surprised with that result. Now this is a real shocker, XA21, I didn't think it was going to do very well, and it started off very poorly, 7th in the acceleration test, 6th in the top speed test, but managed to romp up into 3rd in the traction test. Around the track it was amazing. I felt like it really gripped really well, and I think this is really going to be an understated car, this one. But yeah, those are the results. So in hindsight, Wagner is the best racing car, but the fastest car goes to the Banshee. Hey peeps, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. If you want to subscribe, just click on my face in the centre of the screen. You can watch my latest video on the left, a random one on the right. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.